Great, I'm recording now. Okay, so happy Sunday. Still figuring out my hair curl pattern, my chi force. So it's Sunday, and the sun is at 22 degrees Pisces today. So that inside degree, which is what I've been studying now for almost a full lunar cycle of 28 days, is written by Ellias Lonsdale, and the Chandra system is a way of studying astrology for degrees 1 through 30, whereas Sabian symbols are a system of studying the astrology degrees. Raise my desk up. Of studying degrees. Sabian is 0 through 29. So right now, with Sunday being the Vedic day of the week, which I love so much to study and kind of fuse the two forms of astrology, because perhaps I was like in a past life an astrologer, right? And then I was shunned for having some taboo view of astrology and some unconventional challenges for accepted mainstream astrology. How can I get these in the view? They can block my mic, that's fine. They got too much sun yesterday. Sorry for the ASMR. But yeah, basically, getting the sun today. The affirmations for the moon in Scorpio shifting into the moon in Sagittarius is I am worthy. My soul is pure. And my choices reflect my self-love. And for the moon in Sagittarius, it is I am brilliant. I uphold my values and my vision in the highest light. So as we're at the end of Pisces season, your vision is sort of being filled in this time capsule. I'm not sure the roses belong here. Yeah, your vision's being filled in a time capsule, and the time capsule will be open by Taurus season, and that starts at the end of April 20th. I know a lot of Tauruses. As a Libra, I personally just know so many people who are Taurus sun sign, and I love them. I see. Basically, I love my sweet Taurians, and today we have to make the decision of where our energy flow is going to live, like where it belongs. And we're gaining a sense of faith with Pisces season being the transit. As a 12th house Pisces, I'm usually shown faith through symbols, but today I got like a full body response from something I was experiencing and like asking for guidance on, because ultimately, like, if you're open to receive guidance, you'll receive it. And in standing in our brilliance, sometimes that means like we have to be unconventional with what we believe. I grew up in like a very religious household, one that really honored religion, but it didn't honor the practice of like what I study now, which is astrology, Western thinking. Like, I work with a lot of channelers and stuff, and a lot of my time is spent researching spirituality and yoga. So these are things that I like to do, and honestly, this is so new. I'm gonna add myself. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, basically, so the inside degree for today is a blacksmith creating an ornate garden gate. And we're coming into this place where we're making up our world, we're expanding our faith based on our vision. Our sense of communication is getting a huge download. So basically on a spiritual level, we're being guided into allowing for boundaries and our faith to be led by spirit. But if we are not aware of what within us has resisted our inner design, then we are kind of going to have to face it and then choose to either repeat it or not. And whenever we are able to receive, so that means like asking for something, you don't receive without asking, like or without recognizing. I'm a projector with human design, so I kind of have to recognize like when I can assert myself, when it's going to be like, when there's a time where I'm kind of being strategic, you know, like as a Libra sun, sometimes I have to be strategic with expressing myself because I have a hard time putting certain things into words. Certain emotions have always evaded me, and I'm working on just being in touch with that side of myself, like the side of me that really needs to eat, have alone time, paint. Basically today I had to face some big fears like overnight, and you know, dawn was extremely glorious. And with Aries being in Venus at 25 degrees, it's like our love is definitely, our love for ourselves, our love for our life, our love for the world is getting this sense of value and balance. Our relationships are being healed in the thought process. So like I have a lot of issues sometimes with putting into words my thought process, and I'm working on it. Like I've started doing songwriting tutorials, so like a song exercise daily, and like I'll wake up and start recording sometimes if I have a like song from a dream. And basically like I'd love to sing, and I'm working on this mic too because this is a new one. But regardless, as we get into our voice, we have to recognize our brilliance, and we have to really be willing to make a plan, stick to the plan, move on it, shake on it. And then from that, our dreams will kind of reveal how our thoughts are becoming things. So I'm not really one to keep a dream journal. I'm very like surreal, dreamy kind of person anyways. And basically daydreams can become things. So as you use these principles, which Neville Goddard was absolutely a Pisces 0 degree sun, which Saturn is currently there. Saturn is allowing for us to really open up to ways of being that we hadn't ever really thought was valuable or real. And this greater sense of self-awareness and like our genuine nature is getting the world making vision potential. So I was really upset today, and all I did was just kept holding this, like I would go back to it, kind of like, okay, let's fall back on this way of being that just allows for me to say everything's gonna be okay, but it's gonna feel like this, like it's gonna feel like this, it feels like this. And then I do my best to completely surround myself in the feeling of this desired place. So for instance, as I heal the thought patterns that would keep me in this cycle of like attacking my current vision, I'm learning to unlock a new way of feeling my balance, like getting my balance for myself, which has been really hard. Like sometimes I rely on other people to kind of like counterbalance me, but it doesn't actually effectively shape or inform myself in my relationships, you know? And when I decide where the flow of energy belongs, and I decide to be in integrity with that, so like rather than have these really hard, challenging, negative thoughts, I wrote down my questions, and I allowed for sleep to be an instrument it's like every aspect of self can be a part of this process of coming into like a happier life, more meaningful marriage, more meaningful relationships, and the level of conviction that you're open to today. So like fully encompassing yourself in this feeling of like, this is what my end state is going to feel like. That allows for this sense of conviction to build. And then also taking with something like the breath of life. So this is an affirmation that I learned from Spirit Science on YouTube. And it said to repeat this daily. So I love myself, I honor myself, I value myself, and I trust myself. Cool, the chat's right there. I love this. And in doing that, I can sit down and be with myself. Like I don't have to run and climb into something like that dishonors what I want to do with my time. Like I'm much more able to say like, this is what I feel like doing and this is what I'm going to do. But then I actually follow up and do it. And then I'm like willing to embrace my unconventional value in ways that it's like, okay, if I want to wear a bindi, I'm going to wear a bindi. If I want to do pole, I'm going to do pole dance. If I want to use a wind chime, I have like Soundbath set up. And I do Reiki and sound singing. So I also do that a lot. So I got asked to take this down from outside because the wind's been blowing it. Yeah, so basically our relationship to ourselves and our sense of self-value is healing our love life, our career outlook, and general luck within those two things. And I'm finding, I want to read this, 22 degrees Pisces. A blacksmith creating an ornate garden gate. Hard substance is impossibly tough if you fall into letting it be that, but it's the perfect basis if you are willing to make it so. Let me read that again. Hard substance is impossibly tough if you fall into letting it be that. Like if I had a tool and I wasn't using it correctly, then my shape would be super flat because I'm not putting any energy or intention or like chi into it. All the resistances, crystallizations, dysfunctions, and foundational dissonances are great excuses to stop or immense occasions to start. So that contention, crystallization, so synchronicity kind of thing. Dysfunction, so things not working correctly, and foundational dissonances are great excuses to stop or immense occasions to start. So you have to kind of recognize where you are within your own cycle. You get laid low if you do not know what to do with the stuff of this world. Yikes, yeah. I'm finding that as I come into better teachers, I'm coming into a better sense of self-affirmation. And like the end state, I'm willing to hold it more and just feel comfortable where I'm at when I'm at that place. Let me move this chat if I can. No. Maybe it won't say one there. Edit scene. Yeah. Great. That's so cool. I love this. Well, cool. Okay, so you get laid low if you do not know what to do with the stuff of this world. Yeah, like putting it down on paper has been the easiest thing for me because I think like coming from, let's see if I can take this up. Does this still work? Can this still work? I don't know if it still works. I can't hear it anymore. I guess I can start at a different time. I'm in Hawaii. Yeah. I don't know. What do we do again? Okay, so. But if you have learned the subtle craft of world making, you're best off meeting up against the hardest places and discovering how to turn them completely around. The exceedingly demanding guild of those who dig into the depths and draw forth beauty and infinite power from the brutal and heavy realities which otherwise seem impenetrable. A stubbornly hardworking, impossible to discourage craft reworking primal soil, mostly unproductively, mostly learning, now forever paying your dues. Mostly unproductively, I feel that today. But I'm getting set up, so I feel like eventually this will be something that takes me like 5-10 minutes to get set up for and just move, like roll with it. A stubbornly hardworking, impossible to discourage craft of reworking primal soil, mostly unproductively, mostly learning, now forever paying your dues. Never quite getting it right. Until there comes a day when even the obdurate bends to the end design, and the conviction is complete. Yes, so let me see if I could just add something. Okay. Yeah, so regardless, the moon right now, the moon right now, 27 degrees Scorpio. And I want to just go through and like tell what these numbers' significance mean. So the sun at 22 degrees Pisces is like, we're going to have some sort of evolution within ourselves, within our world, based on our feelings. And our communication is tapping into greater wisdom beyond the senses, beyond how we're making our world, and beyond the sensible, like five senses. We're tapping into world making now. This is the last weekend that Saturn at the 0 degrees Pisces, so the portal's open. And it moves forward at 1 degrees Pisces, which I think happens on Wednesday. I hope that you have an amazing day. This was really fun and scary, but I loved it. So, first time for everything, and yeah. See you guys soon.